Hello everybody and welcome to the All About Health podcast. My name is Georgia Overbeck and I'm your host. Welcome to today's episode where I'm going to be sharing some of my unpopular health and fitness and wellness opinions. I love listening to these different types of episodes and hearing people's opinions in the health and fitness industry just because I think that there are so many things out there that are myths or that are kind of spread around that aren't always true for everyone. And so I like to personally just listen to these episodes or make one as I am now to hopefully share my truth with you and to let you know that if you see something like this on social media or you hear it in person even, that not to always take everything that you hear seriously and as fact. Even what I'm saying today, don't believe it like everything I say. Your opinion may be different and you might want to be doing some more research after this on these different topics. Of course, I am not a professional. I am not certified in fitness. I am in Ultimate Fit Dance, but that's different. We're not talking about that today. So yeah, that is going to be today's episode. But before we get into that, of course, we have to talk about my weekly recap because that is the new segment for the Thursday episodes. So a little recap of the week. Actually, last Thursday evening, we went to see the new Barbie movie, the live action Barbie movie with Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, and it was so good. I loved this movie so much. I don't want to give too much away because I think it's going to be very different, or at least for me, it was very different than what I thought it was going to be about going into it, but I'm so pleasantly surprised with what it was about. I would say that if you are female, then you should watch this movie. I really liked it. The music was great. The whole vibe of the movie was awesome. And again, the whole message behind it was amazing as well. So if you've been thinking about going to see it, definitely go and see it. And if you do, make sure you wear pink because when we went to the theater that night, there were so many people wearing pink. We ended up wearing pink as well. And it was so fun. Like all of these people were there to see it with you and they were all wearing pink and it just felt like such a wholesome thing. And so I definitely recommend watching the Barbie movie if you wanted to or if you were interested. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about in this little weekly recap, on Saturday morning, my dad took me to a little Asian grocery store, marketplace. And so there's a ton of them here in White Rock and Vancouver, a ton of little Asian grocery stores and things like that. And so this one was specifically, it was mainly fruits and vegetables. And I just wanted to bring this up because the prices there were very reasonable. It's so crazy how you can go into one of these little markets, and I'm just gonna use cucumbers for example. The cucumbers there were 89 cents, and then you could go to a regular grocery store like Safeway and they're $4.99 each. So my dad and I were saying that this winter we would love to go there more to support the smaller businesses, but also because it is less expensive, it's a great way to save a little bit of money as well. So the reason I'm bringing this up is if you have any smaller grocery stores or little farmers markets or anything like that near you, check them out, see if they have any good deals or if there's anything special that you want to get to support local, because that is definitely something that I want to do more. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention in this little weekly recap is on Saturday afternoon, we decided as a family, the 5 of us, to go play tennis for the first time. My parents had played tennis 20 years ago, before I was born. They would play tennis together. And my sisters and I, we've never really played tennis before. We played Wii tennis, which is fun, but I don't think that counts. And so we played as a family. And it's so fun. We all had such a great time. So we actually ended up going again on Sunday and we played music. We played music from the Barbie movie, by the way, and it was such a vibe. It was great. But it was so fun. And now I'm so excited to play tennis again. I hope that we do it again this upcoming weekend because we all enjoy it so much and it's a great workout too. So overall, love tennis. So now getting into my unpopular health and fitness opinions, I have 10 different things here that I'm going to go through on different topics, and I would love to know what your opinion is on these things. You can message me on Instagram or comment on the All About Health Pod Instagram. I would love to hear what your opinions are on these things as well. So starting off with my unpopular opinion, number 1, you don't need to spend a lot of money to get fit and muscular or like go to the gym and stuff like that. You can even work out from home. Just buy a few weights. You can even get them from secondhand stores. You could go for a run. You could do body weight exercises, and then just, of course, eating well. And then when you do that for a few months, you're going to start feeling and looking much healthier. I feel like there's a lot of pressure when you want to start eating healthier or to get fit to buy so many things, and I see that with fitness influencers or targeted social media ads. Like, think about how many times you'll go on Instagram and you'll get an ad for a new activewear brand or this like special green supplement or something like that. And sometimes it can feel like you have to purchase all of these newest, latest, greatest products to get results, but it doesn't always, it's not that way. You just need to stick to the basic necessities to start seeing progress. Walking is a great place to begin if you're wondering where to start your fitness journey. It's a free exercise that many people like, and that's a great reason. Walking is one of the best low impact activities that you can do for your body. Even a brisk walk can help you to build endurance, strengthen your heart, and boost your mood. And you can do it anywhere. It doesn't have to be a treadmill. Walking outside has the added benefit of elevating your mental health, and you will get some vitamin D, and you'll be out in nature. And research has found that being in nature can relieve symptoms of depression. And then another thing that you can do that is not expensive to get more fit or more healthy are just body weight exercises. You can get a great workout without any equipment. All you need is your body. And body weight exercises are not always easy. Many people do think that they are, but if you've done a plank, you know that they're not easy. And they are a great form of exercise that you can use to increase your heart rate and help maintain your health. Plus, they're convenient and can activate stabilizing muscles that will help you reduce the risk of injury. And plus, they don't cost a thing, and you can do them anywhere. So some good body weight exercises to do are push-ups, planks, squats, Russian twist, burpees, but you can even go to Google and just type in body weight exercises, and you're gonna find so many. Exercise videos are also a great way to reduce costs while still getting a good workout. YouTube is an amazing resource for this. My mom posts free workouts almost every single day on her YouTube channel. It is just Becky Overbeck if you want to check her out. But there are so many different people that are posting workouts. I post workouts a lot as well. And you can find so many different workouts. I've done yoga classes on YouTube. You could do Pilates, you could do full body workouts, HIIT, whatever it is. And so those are also really great ways to get fit if you don't want to spend a lot. And then other things are to try inexpensive fitness classes. My sister and I, we have been wanting to try a spin class for a really long time. And so over the past couple of days, I finally looked up a place to do it. And the first class is only $5. So see if there are any places around you for different fitness classes or gyms or whatever it is that have passes, like special prices if you are a first-time member or for your first class or whatever it is. See if you can find any reduced price. And then the last option is you could always create a home gym. And I know that fitness equipment has really gone up in price over the past couple of years because of the pandemic and everything like that. But you can find fitness equipment at like secondhand stores. The dollar store has things like basic mats or skipping ropes, or I think they even have some like light kettlebells. But secondhand stores are also a great place to check. Next one, and this one probably won't be true for everyone depending on your physical ability and how your joints are, but for me, Personally, I love running, and I think that it is a great workout. Running is a free way to level up your cardio workout, and it doesn't have to be a marathon. Only 10 minutes of running each day can reduce your risk of developing heart disease in the future, and regular running or jogging offers many health benefits, including helping to build strong bones, strengthening your muscles, improving your cardiovascular fitness, and to help you maintain a healthy weight. And regular physical activity such as running, but it can be any type of workout, can significantly improve your mental health, self-confidence, healthy aging, and your quality of life. And again, I know that not everybody can run because of certain joint issues, but if you're somebody who doesn't have joint issues and you've always been held back from running because you're like, oh, I'll get bad knees or I just can't do it, then at least give it a try and see if it works for you or not. I'm very grateful that I haven't really experienced any problems with my running. The only time that it hurts my knees a little bit is if I do sprints. And so personally for me, I just stay away from doing sprints or going super fast. I prefer to go for overall like endurance. So the farther I can go is great for me, even if it's a little bit slower, but I just listen to my body and see how running feels good for me. And now I love it. So give it a try if you haven't and see if it's something that is beneficial for you or not. Next is that you have to go to failure every single exercise, every single workout. And for me, I'm saying here that you don't have to go to failure every single exercise, every single workout. And this again is just my opinion, but I feel like for me, I do enjoy going to failure. I would say once or twice a week. I think it's really fun to challenge myself and to really feel my muscles and all of the stuff that comes with going to failure. But if I were to go to failure every single workout, every single like set, every rep, then I would never feel great after my workout. I've done that before in the past where I've pushed myself to failure every single rep, every single workout. And after I would be like so tired, I would be so hungry. And then for the rest of the day, I wouldn't want to do anything because I was like, oh, I've already pushed myself so hard today at the gym. I don't have to go on that walk or I don't have to go and play this sport or whatever it is because I already pushed myself so hard. And again, that could be just my own mind and I could have reframed that, but I think it's better for me to not go super hard every single time and to, of course, still challenge myself, but not go to that point where I can't do another rep every single exercise. And when you train to failure, you reach the point at which whatever part of your body you're working out cannot like complete another rep or it gives out and you physically can't do another one. If doing another rep is possible, then that means you haven't reached muscle failure. And again, this may be different for you. Maybe you prefer to go to failure every single time, but for me, that is just my opinion. Next unpopular opinion is that you won't get bulky from lifting weights as a female. And I know so many people say this. I see it a lot on social media, especially on TikTok. If somebody posts like their workout routine, I see a lot of girls will be like, oh, I want to work out, but I don't want to get bulky or something like that. And that's a common misconception about weight training, especially for women, that lifting heavy will lead to a bulky looking physique. And it's true that lifting heavy will promote hypertrophy, which is going to make your muscles grow and leading to a size increase. But the idea that it leads to a bulky look is untrue. The true thing that is going to make you look bulky is if you have excess fat on your body over top of your muscle. Excessive body fat is what causes both men and women to look bulky, and it's actually insanely hard to build muscle. And that is good news for some, bad news for others. It's great news for women who are afraid of packing on too much muscle. And building muscle is a slow, long process that requires years of consistency, dedication, and effort. And most people don't put enough time or effort to create the kinds of physiques that they're scared of, quote unquote. It takes several years to put on the kind of mass that bodybuilders have, and there's a reason that professional bodybuilders are an elite few. Now, of course, everybody has a different vision of what bulky looks like in their mind, but I'm going to use me as an example. I have been strength training for minimum 6 years, and personally, for what I envision as bulky, I would say that I'm not bulky at all. I know that I'm muscular, but for what I would view as bulky, I would say that I'm not. So it takes a lot of time to build an actual amount of muscle where you would be bulky. And again, it comes back to how much body fat you have on your body on top of those muscles. My next unpopular opinion is that the idea that you have to only eat meal prepped cookie cutter meals to be healthy is not true. I used to think that as well. I used to think that I could only have this perfect macro friendly meal where it was my protein source was tofu, and then I would have some rice, and then I would have almonds as my fat source or whatever like that. It had to be that exact formula. And of course, that is a good way to eat if you have certain body goals or health goals, but that's not the only way to eat healthy and to achieve your goals. I love to experiment and come up with new, unique recipes that are still healthy, that are still high in protein, that are high in fiber, that are colorful, and you can eat the rainbow. And once you figure out some good recipes, it's pretty easy to actually cook great meals every day that are delicious while still meeting your daily calorie and macro goals. And many people think that healthy eating is boring or it's bland, and they usually think that in order to eat healthily, they need to cut out everything they love and stick to plain, unappetizing meals. But this is not the truth. Eating healthy doesn't have to mean sacrificing flavor or enjoyment. It's all about finding the right balance and making small, sustainable changes to your diet. Healthy eating doesn't have to be boring or unappetizing. It's all about finding the right balance and incorporating healthy foods that you love. So for me, I love chocolate, and so it's not like I don't eat chocolate. I will make a beautiful bowl of oatmeal in the morning that has chocolate protein powder in it, and then I'll add some fruit in there, maybe for some extra fiber, and then you could add some sort of seeds or nuts for some healthy fats, and then I'll put a square of dark chocolate in there. And that way I'm still eating my delicious chocolate, but I'm having it with some protein and some fiber and some energizing carbs and fruit and things like that. But it could be anything that you enjoy, I don't even know, but whatever food you like, I'm sure you can find a way to add it in or make a healthier version that means that your meals don't have to be boring. Okay, the next one is before I was in Hawaii and we went to Planet Fitness. Before all that happened, I had only ever really heard bad things about Planet Fitness. I always heard that it wasn't a great gym to go to, or that, I don't know why. I had this preconceived notion in my head that for some reason I heard this somewhere, I saw it on social media, something like that. And my unpopular opinion is that Planet Fitness is actually great. It doesn't deserve the bad rep that it gets. All the ones that I've been to are really nice. The people that worked there were really nice. They remembered our names and they would say good morning all the time whenever we would go in. And you get a lot for the $10 a month or $25 a month or whatever it is. You get your whole gym with full access. It may not be the best for a place for bodybuilders just because you can't film a ton, or maybe a lot of the machines or the equipment is being used. But there are a lot of other gyms that are great for people who are bodybuilders or serious or whatever, stuff like that. But with Planet Fitness, you can go whenever your schedule allows. There's no certain time you have to go, and the environment is usually pretty relaxed. They usually have some great music going, and I would say that it's a great gym for the average person who's just trying to get healthier and get a good workout in when they can. And again, going back to the first thing where I was talking about how it doesn't have to be expensive to get fitter, getting a Planet Fitness membership is probably one of the most affordable gyms that you can find. So overall, I think it's a great place. All right, next opinion is that a easy and simple way to improve your health is to cook more of your meals from home made with whole ingredients. It's highly likely that the food that you make in your kitchen will be much healthier than processed foods that you buy at the store. And also you can make sure that it's in a calorie range that you want and that it has the different nutrients that you are looking for. And that's gonna be much different than things you would get through fast food or at restaurants, because you can't really control what is in your meal. You have complete control over the recipes that you choose to follow and the portion sizes that you put on your plate. And this will lead to a much healthier diet and just health overall. And cooking at home can also boost your mental health. If you're somebody like me who likes cooking, then it's a great way to like relieve stress and be in the moment. Then you're gonna find that cooking is very enjoyable as well. But overall, I think that cooking at home is a great way to improve your health, because you're able to make sure that you have a good source of protein on your plate, that you're having veggies, that you're having fiber, that you're having healthy carbs. All of those things, you can control the amount of like oil that you put in your food, the different spices and herbs and things that you put in there. So I think that's a great way, especially if you're new to health and fitness. If you're like, I want to get healthier, but I don't know where to start by cooking more of your meals at home. Next up is that cardio is important for everyone, especially like those who are just trying to better their health. It's essential for overall health and well-being, because there are so many different benefits to the body and the mind. So here are some of the reasons why cardio is important. I made a list. Number one is that it improves heart health. Cardio exercises such as running, cycling, swimming, brisk walking, they can all strengthen the heart muscles and improve its efficiency. And regular cardiovascular exercise helps to lower your resting heart rate, reduce the risk of heart disease, and improve blood circulation. Number two is that it increases your lung capacity. Your resting heart rate reduces the risk of heart disease. Number three is that it can help reduce stress. Number four is it'll help improve sleep. Number five, it'll increase your energy levels. Number six, you'll have better cognitive function. Number seven, you'll lower your risk of chronic disease. And number eight, it'll improve your endurance and stamina. So overall, there are so many benefits to cardio that if you were looking to improve your health, just increasing your cardio would be a great way to do that. And it doesn't have to be where you go only to the treadmill or to the Stairmaster or whatever it is and use that as cardio. There are so many fun ways to do cardio, like sports, running, hiking, biking, especially in the summer. I feel like there are so many different ways you can try different cardio. My next unpopular opinion is that it's not always expensive to eat healthy. No one is telling you you have to buy all of your groceries at Whole Foods or Erewhon, but you can definitely make healthy eating affordable. There are so many YouTube videos that show you how you can do healthy meal prep for the week and not spend that much money, including my YouTube channel. Saving money on healthy food is possible with smart shopping and meal planning strategies. And so here are some tips. Again, I made a list, so let's go through them. I actually made a whole episode all about meal prep, so if you want to check that out, just go to your streaming platform and type in All About Health podcast meal prep and it should come up. But here are the other tips that I've come up with. Number one is to plan your meals so that you don't buy extra ingredients that you won't use during the week. Number two is to buy in bulk. You could purchase non-perishable items like oats or frozen fruit or rice or whatever it is, and that way you'll save a little bit of money. You can use frozen fruits and vegetables. Make sure to shop sales and discounts. join a farmer's market. As I was saying in the beginning, my dad and I went to the farmer's market and we found that the prices were more affordable, so definitely check that out. You can use loyalty programs, like if your grocery store has a points where you can use points in exchange for groceries or something like that. And then when you're actually cooking is to cook in big batches, and then you can freeze things or put them in the fridge for later. And then you can also use coupons or price matching. Those are a few ways that I've found are helpful to save money on healthy food. And my last unpopular opinion, and this is something that I've actually changed my mind on over the past couple of years. I used to think that eating like fat sources are bad for you and then they're going to make you gain weight or gain fat. And over my research over the past couple of years, I have learned personally for me that that is not the case. Fat is not the enemy. Healthy fats from things like avocados or nuts or seeds are actually very beneficial and essential for various functions and overall health. So again, I made a list. So here are some ways that they can be beneficial. Number one is that they are a great source of energy. They have double the amount of calories per gram compared to carbohydrates and protein. So they serve as a great energy source, providing fuel when you are lower on food or when you're going through intense physical activity. Number two is that certain vitamins such as A, D, E, and K need fats to actually absorb in the body. So including healthy fats in your diet, make sure that you can utilize these essential nutrients, whether you're taking them in a supplement or if you are eating them through food. Next is that fats are involved in the production of hormones. So to have healthy hormones, which I think a lot of people talk about that right now, is balancing your hormones, having healthy fats in your diet are going to help with that a ton. Another thing is that the brain is composed of about 60% fat, and it relies on dietary fats for optimal functioning. And so eating those essential fatty acids such as omega-3 and omega-6 actually help a lot and play a critical role in brain development, cognitive function, and mood regulation. And then the last thing that I have on my list is that fats contribute to maintaining healthy skin and hair as they help to retain moisture and support the integrity of the skin barrier. It's important, of course, that to make sure that you know that not all fats are equal and that some of them, of course, are not the healthiest for us, like trans fats or excessive amounts of saturated fats. But if you have unsaturated fats, such as foods like avocados, nuts, seeds, they can have many health benefits, including improved heart health. But of course, keep in mind that they are double the amount of calories compared to carbohydrates and protein, so you want to still make sure you're having them in moderation, but of course you don't want to cut them out completely. It's just having a good balance of them in your diet. And to finish off this episode, we have our mini Q&A, and since this episode has been a little bit longer, I'm going to answer just one question for this episode, and the question is, how do you get your photos that darker filter? So on my Instagram stories, I've recently been using a different filter to make just my pictures look a little bit more aesthetic, have fun with it. And the way that I've been doing that is actually on the Photos app on my iPhone. So when you open up a photo, whatever photo you want, at the top right, there's a little button that says edit. So I click that and then it'll first come up. The first thing is like auto, and I don't really know what that does. I don't change that. But the second option is exposure. And I will either turn the exposure down 50 to like -50 or -100, depending on how bright the photo is. And then I have my editing done, and that's how I've been getting my aesthetic Instagram story photos. And with that, I'm going to end off this episode here. Thank you so much for watching or for listening. Again, keep in mind that these are just my opinions and you may have a different opinion than me, and that is totally fine. That is great. I would love to hear your opinion, of course, in a kind manner if it's different than mine. But again, thank you for listening or watching. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you have a question that you want answered in the next episode, then please message me on Instagram. And I hope that you have a fabulous day, and I hope to see you in the next episode. See you all next time.